But right, that sense of purpose and however that is articulated for each individual, we want to know that when we walk in, what we do day in, day out matters. Then we want a sense of agency. I have some autonomy. I get to call the shots. I get to make a difference. I think that's a big reason a lot of women leave.
I'm specifically calling out females here. Diversity is not only a gender thing, to be clear, but in this case, I'm talking about females. So recruiting females into the workforce, they stay for some period of time, and then the turnover rate for the females in that same workforce can be much higher than the male turnover rate. Why is that, and what can we do about it?
All humans, I think, want the same thing entering a job. They want a sense of purpose. Right? I want to know that when I walk into work, what I do matters. And whatever that is, like I could be cleaning houses and say, when I walk into work, I want to have a sense that what I do matters. So for example, when my house cleaner, when I get to see him on Tuesdays, I let him know, thank you so much for giving me 15 minutes of pure joy when I walk through the door that will be destroyed the second you leave and the kids take over. But right, that sense of purpose and however that is articulated for each individual, we want to know that when we walk in, what we do day in, day out matters. Then we want a sense of agency. I have some autonomy. I get to call the shots. I get to make a difference. I think that's a big reason a lot of women leave, right? And then we want an opportunity for growth. And I think that's another reason a lot of women leave. Sense that I am sacrificing so much for my career, but I'm not seeing that payback. That's going to make me leave. Let me go see somewhere else. Maybe this other company will allow me to progress. And oftentimes today, that is how we get promotions. We move from one company to another. The other thing is also agency. When I come into work and when I speak up at a meeting, am I heard? I work with women a lot in the tech, biotech, and then finance. So very still strongly masculine, very old school spaces. So that idea that I'm going to come in and I'm going to have some autonomy, I'm going to have some agency, I can actively affect change. If I don't feel like that's there, if I feel like I'm expected to just show up and do what I'm told, and that can be very subtle, right? That my thoughts, that my ideas don't matter, that they're not going to change anything, I'm not going to stay. Not if I'm lucky enough to have the privilege to leave.
This is very much in line with some of the material from yourself that I've been reading recently. You've been saying things like working harder doesn't work, that women still feel unseen, undervalued and overworked, and they don't see the fruits of all of that hard work. So what does work? So if harder work doesn't work, what does work?
A lot of what I'm teaching the women I work with to do at this point is to be very clear about what they need to feel truly satisfied. Right? I don't need you to feel like walking into work singing every day, but at least to not dread going into work, and to many days of the week actually look forward to work you do. It's about making sure that your workforce can identify what they need and that they are empowered to articulate those needs to other people, and that many times that they're heard, which doesn't mean they need to get everything they want, but that sometimes articulating that need has to translate into some kind of change. If this is the way things are done and this doesn't work for you, then how does it need to be done to work for you? And then who do you need to speak to? The second thing I really focus on with the women I talk to is building social capital. A lot of times what we do professionally is we put our nose to the grindstone and we work really hard, and we sit here and we think that professional success is a meritocracy, and it is not, right? And that simply by doing good work, we will get opportunities. When the reality is, again, humans are social animals, and therefore we really need to spend some time building relationships, making sure people know who we are, know what value we bring to the table, which means we need to be able to express that value. We need to be gutsy and put our name in the hat when opportunities are there. So that's the second thing. I spend a lot of time teaching women to build social and professional networks and then leverage those networks. So when we're, our conversation earlier about what can leaders do, this is where the importance of building good mentorship and sponsorship programs within your organization become really important.